attitude to have is one of gratitude that, I'm still have my health. I'm probably in better shape than I've been in a couple of years. I've read more books than I've read probably in the past decade. I stay in Scripture, and I try to spread positivity where I can, and I can be there for my family who's taking this just as hard.
So weren't they trying to? Your family was trying to come up and see you, right? Is that still on, or can you talk about that?
Yeah. So we actually everything's good to go. They'll be up here next Friday. My sister, who is a new mother to my absolutely, and I don't think I'm biased, beautiful niece, most gorgeous baby I've ever seen in my life. She's a new mom. Sadly, my niece won't be able to come with her, but my sister, who's my best friend, my mom, and then just a friend, a mentor of mine, will be coming up here next week, and I'll get a 2-hour visit with them. I haven't seen them in months, so it'll be sight for sore eyes, so to speak.
That's one friend. I can't wait for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I thoroughly look forward to it. Good things are happening. I see, the Supreme Court's taking up the 15-12 argument. That's great for a lot of people. People have been helping out where they can on my tablet and a little bit on commissary, and anything goes a far way, and I'm really grateful for that. Friends are coming up here to see me next month. My family's coming up next week. A lot of really exciting things. I'm just trying to stay patient and let the process pan itself out.
Well, listen, you brought up the 1512 writ of certiorari. I don't know when the court's going to take it up, but I believe it's going to have an impact not just on the 300 or so individuals that had that charge. It's going to call into question all the other charges. It has to. So I'm praying and crossing my fingers that our Supreme Court looks at that for what it is, which is a complete bastardization of the original Sarbanes-Oxley law that was put in place to fight corporate fraud.
Yeah, absolutely, and if you can cripple them on the ankle of one of these crazy charges, maybe we can keep moving up the ladder. So, like I said, it's going to be a process. But the good thing that I've seen with conservatives in general, and the senators and the House members and Congress in general that are fighting this, is that they're being persistent. They're not giving an inch. They're slowly but surely moving forward. And I may have to sit here for a minute, but it's a cause we're sitting for, and we're speaking out against. And this year coming up, I think it's going to be an incredible year to see how things pan out and how the world turns.
I agree with you. I think. Yeah, you're right. I mean, and you got to stay positive. It just takes a long time, but the momentum is building, and it's what I keep calling it, sunshine. And that's what I've been praying for in this year. Not just this is dragging on for you guys, and it's a strain on your families and your mental state and everything else. But keep strong and know that it is going to have an impact, because we're waking people up.
Yeah. People are being woke up little by little. I was actually just talking to a friend probably an hour ago, and me and him have never really seen eye to eye. I was actually a coach for him. He hired me to help him lose some weight and get in shape, and he's taken off and flourishing now. But we were talking about that. He's like, I never really kind of agreed with your politics. He's like, but we've always been great friends. he's like, but this is crazy. He's like, this is crazy. What's going on? Like, I'm not saying I'm going to vote a different way. He's like, but it's definitely crazy what's going on to you guys. And that, that's a little ray of hope. That maybe, he'll invest some time into really looking at what's actually going on underneath the surface. It's really easy for people to get a 45-second clip of CNN or MSDNC every single morning and, roll with what they see and let that be their guiding force. But, people really need to start investing time into what's going on right underneath their nose. I mean, this is your home. No matter what side you're on, if you're a Democrat, look what's going on in the Democrat Party. If you're a conservative, look on what's going on the right. We have rhinos in Congress. We have, it doesn't really matter which side of the aisle you're on. Once you get up to a certain point, it's like all these people see is green. And, slowly those people are continuing to pour in there and persevere the good fight. But, people really got to start waking up and focusing on what's going on. Oh, legal visit. Well, guys, turns out the new attorney that I was hoping to see is here. So sadly, I got to jump off here, but I'm going to meet with this new attorney, so hopefully I'll have some updated news for y'all next time I talk to you guys.
Hey, good luck with that. Really, we'll be thinking of you, and thank you, Curtis.
Hey, y'all have an awesome night. Stay blessed, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right, bless you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
So that was Curtis Tate. He's another, gosh, it's one after another. These guys are so well-spoken and smart, and they understand what's going on. Yeah, I can't wait for him to see some family. That's so important to these guys. Really so important. And the cards and letters and everything else. Well, we're live, but there's no more people watching. They all got bored because it kept turning off. But we're almost done because I'm getting a little chilly. 8:30. Let's see. So your friend really seems to be interested in coming up.
I don't know her.
Oh,
She
that's the silence.
is part of Gloucester Breakfast Club. She came to ours room.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know too. John's father in Chesterfield.
I think so.
They had something in Florida.
I don't know.
No.
Maybe I read Chesterfield and assumed it was here. I don't know.
So I'm thinking we may move our location.
Cool.
I don't know. Around my wood stove.
Right.
You know, we don't really have to be out here. It's been sending a message, and it's been kind of a thorn in the former superintendent's side. You know, I live here in Woodward. That looks like that's the most nice Mercedes.
Call from an inmate at the Washington, D.C. Central Detention Facility. To accept this call, press 0. Your current balance is $41.68. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Telling.
Hey Tom, this is Jared Owen.
Hey Jared, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I had a heck of a time with that tablet, so I just went back to the old-fashioned bolted to the wall phone. All reliable.
Yeah, you got to wait in line to get to it, though. Is that right?
No. I mean, it's pretty wide open right now. But, you know, sometimes, yeah, there'll be a little bit of a line. If we've been locked down or something, and, you know, we can use those tablets a little bit if the Wi-Fi is good. So, you know, a couple times a week. No, it's actually pretty decent. No, but how's everything going on your end?
It's going good. Our Wi-Fi, our internet service is a little sketchy, so I've had to stop and restart the vigil. But getting most of it caught. So, yeah, I'm having a lot of callers, and it's great. There's a few of us out here braving the cold. John Haynes was here a little bit. He had. Yeah, we're loving it.
I wonder if that's a visitor I had today. I had a visitor named John. We had a great visit. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's great. It's Fridays that you guys get visits. Is that right? Because we don't talk about it a whole lot.
I guess this is my first time. One of the guys got me signed up. He's like, "Hey, would you like to get visits from this J6 supporters?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that sounds cool." So I signed up, and today was my first visit. It was so awesome just to get encouragement. Just, I don't know, it was really an incredible thing. I think anytime I interact with any of the MAGA community or the America First people, you know, there's just always like this mutual brotherhood and just love automatically. You know, it's like, yeah, you're a patriot too. So
oh, that's great.
We're gonna get them. So I just love meeting other patriots.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that was pretty wild. Oh, it was really cool because they had a whole visiting room full of people who just come to visit any of the guys that wanted to visit today. I mean, that's just really amazing. Other than that, it's just been business as normal around here, I guess. Everybody's a little antsy. It's getting close to holidays, so.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, that's a tough time. I actually, when we started the vigil, we always do a prayer, and I tried to speak to that because it's a tough time of year for you guys. But hopefully the little bits of cards and it's just phone calls and things that we get, to speak to you guys makes a difference, and how many people are out here for you.
Yeah, I got a card the other day that just, oh man, it just cheered me up so much. It just reminded me of being with my little one, and we watch these little videos called Listener Kids on YouTube. It's just like children's worship songs with animation and stuff. And this card that I was sent just had a lot of imagery that reminded me of it. It was and when we were watching that, my son and I was thinking about how Mary felt holding baby Jesus, knowing what he was going to have to do with his life. And I was holding my baby, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I really don't want to have to send him out into this world that's going to hate him. And, it's nothing what Jesus had to go do, but I was like, man, I want a better world for my kids. And then I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was like, that's the whole reason I was even at the Stop the Steal rally, because we just got to leave a better world for these babies. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're right, and but we have to, and we have to figure out how to do it, because if we don't, this is a train wreck that we're headed on, and we're not going to leave anything for our kids. So they're not going to have anything.
That's right. And once they take something away, they never give it back.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know the answer. I don't even know if there's I can't even fathom it. But I trust that there are inspired people that God's going to use to get us out of this mess. I believe that we are going to get out of this mess. And I don't think evil's got many more days to thrive in our society. I think people are waking up all the time and saying, "Man, this isn't right," and so we'll see what happens.
Well, I gotta pause you. I got some notes on the live stream here. There's someone named Rachel saying, "Tell them I said hi, a big red heart."
Oh, that's my wife. Oh goodness, thank you. I just love her so much, baby. I love you. This is just a little blip on the radar. She always reminds me of the verse in Joel that the years will be restored that the locusts have eaten. God promising that He can restore the lost years. So, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna go through this journey like these other guys are, and man, it's something new all the time. Just the whole spirit of the thing is changing with the obstruction charge hearing going on into the Supreme Court. They, like everything I've read says, the way it's progressing is really to the benefit of all the J6s in it. This is a kind of, I don't know enough to tell you what's good and what's bad coming out of the Supreme Court until they rule. But with that, with all the video coming out, we saw something today. They were talking about how the FISA had been abused to monitor J6, suspect. That was the same thing they used to spy on Trump. So, all these things are all tied in together. And, nothing's going to happen real super fast, but at least it's happening.
Well, it's very positive. I'm extremely excited about that. The writ of, I'm just happy to try to pronounce the word, certiorari, the writ of certiorari.
We're going to go with it.
Go with it. So anyway, tell you, I'm going to put this out for Rachel that look up Julie Kelly. She had a good post on X just a couple days ago. She did an article on Real Clear Investigations on November 1st, where she explained this whole thing and the importance and basically the background of it. It's an Enron era law that was put in place to try to stop corporations from cheating and lying in front of Congress when they were being out. And how they turned that in against the January 6ers is just such a stretch, and it can't stand.
Well, it's like all the creative prosecutorial things they've done against Trump. You know, Jack Smith standing on his head to get some of this stuff even like, and it's crazy that the judges are like, oh yeah, this is actually real law. You know, it's like, you know, they're pulling stuff out of like from the Civil War and all this crazy stuff. Like, I don't know. So I don't think. And what we've got against us, the J6 folks, is that we're in Washington, D.C. They have a tight grip on how everything proceeds here. You know, they're reusing the same jurors over and over. And, I mean, yeah, it's just got all the control over it.
That's interesting. I hadn't heard that the same jurors are sitting on these trials. That seems like that's almost should be completely illegal. I mean, there's a...
Yeah, but are there enough people eligible to serve on a jury? I don't know. I saw it. That came across sometime in October, I believe. There was a story about it. And there's a guy in here who was talking about when they were trying to seat a jury against him, for him. Well, it turned out being against him, but for his case, you know, like, the majority of them said they got their news from MSNBC and CNN, that they couldn't ever have sympathy for a MAGA person or a J6 defendant, and just all these awful things. And then there were several that said that they have already served on J6 juries. So I'm like, yeah, that goes with the news story that I saw, you know. Just using these folks over and over again. I feel like once you expose them to so much of this stuff, I mean, they're going to have a bias, right?
Right.
But
yeah, and that's what also they one of the reasons why they apparently had everything locked down and fenced all of downtown DC right after January 6th for several months. You know, like that was the claim that there was going to be more reaction, but it was mostly just to disadvantage people and make it painful for them and make more out of J6 than it was.
Oh man, can you imagine living here? I mean, like feeling like you're under constant threat, like you're in some sort of like war zone. You've got National Guard everywhere. You've got everything buttoned up, buildings boarded up and stuff. That would be traumatic.
Yeah, and what's really traumatic is you had to walk 3 extra blocks to get your latte.
Oh no, the horror. Oh yeah, I was watching a guy named goes by the name Richard Citizen Journalist during that time, and he would come to DC every day, and he would just put out videos of like all the stuff he saw, you know, and just fences going up and you know, roadblocks and everything. It wasn't. I mean, it looked like some sort of military occupation, but yeah, I don't know. And then you get on the news at night, and they're like, "Oh, well, the reason this is because of those very dangerous."
Uh-oh, you there? Oh no, he's still there. Jared, can you hear me? The call is still on, but Got nothing.
It happens and then it usually hangs up on you.
Well, I don't know if he said anything or I said anything other than latte. That might be enough to do it.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're eating up our minutes, but we still got $40 left on it, so I think we're okay. It's quite economical, actually. I mean, we get these calls, and we figured it out. It's like less than $2 for 15 minutes. So, I mean,
Hello?
hey, you are still there. We were trying to figure out.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us? Hey, Jared.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Huh. It could have been a tablet problem too. I think sometimes their tablets run out of juice or whatever.
So visitation is fun. You have to have the address that's on your driver's license, your phone number, and your name. And that has to be given to the inmate. And they have to put the form in before the 1st of the month. And if the caseworker does their job, then you get to call on Thursday and confirm your visit and get told yes. That doesn't often happen, so then you have to contact the person you're visiting and tell them you were told no, although they did their paperwork. And sometimes it gets corrected and sometimes it doesn't. If you don't get an okay, you're not getting it. So then on Friday, you go up there and they look at you and they can decide your shoes don't fit the dress code, you're not allowed to wear. One time I went with a dress on that came to here and leggings that were just under it, and the people that know the dress code threw a fit, and they were like, they're not going to let you in because you have leggings on. It's like they're under my dress that's long enough for me to get in. So I had to wear somebody else's clothes over mine so that I knew I could get in. And the guys were all like, what are you wearing? It's like, yeah, they're not my clothes, but I'm here. Like, I'm in the room. So yeah, the dress code is super strict, and then you get like the TSA treatment. You get scanned and patted down and searched. You go in a room, you take your shoes off, you're patted down, you go through the scanner, you're patted down again. And yet somehow there's still drugs in there.
Well, it's not coming in from that. Right?
No.
It's coming in other
Yeah.
ways.
How's it coming in? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here, I mean, that's what they claim here, why they strip search these guys and
Oh yeah, and then after visitation, they don't talk about it, but after visitation, you're already not allowed to take anything in the room. You're not allowed to have anything on. You've been searched, scanned, and they get strip searched after they come. Yeah.
A call from
Raphael Rondon.
an inmate at the Washington, D.C. Central Detention Facility. To accept this call, your current balance is $40.09. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hello, this is Tom.
Hello, Tom. This is Squaglin again, and I have a new guest, Raphael. Hey, man, how's it going? His name's Raphael. Just got to the block beginning of this week, Monday night, and I'm the newest honorary member of the J6, I guess,
J6 block. Yeah, we just got done stomping him out, so he's official now. That was a joke, people. That was a joke.
Well, welcome. I think welcome. You're amongst good company.
Oh, I would totally agree with that one wholeheartedly. I mean, I heard my boy Don talking something similar earlier. When I first walked in here, everyone was greeting me with open arms. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, introduce themselves, get to know me, wanted to know my name. No. No. Anyways, and then as soon as I got to my room, started to settle in, I was unloading everything, trying to make my bed and just make myself comfortable, turn around, and there's the entire block waiting right outside my door, and some start pouring in and just same exact thing, want to know who I am, want to shake my hand, basically bring another honorary member of the J6 block on, and as well, started donating about quarter of a mattress's worth of food, and amongst the food and other stuff I was donated with shampoo and I gave you popcorn. Frank gave me popcorn, which has got me really far. Yeah, I had one so far, but Frank the Fed's got to put in his 2 cents, Mm-hmm. Shout out Frank for the popcorn. I think that was probably the only game, right? Yeah, just popcorn. Yeah, just and friendship most importantly of all, because can't get enough of that here at the J6 block. Just not only food and popcorn from Frank, but as well different like shampoo and body washes and an actual toothbrush, which I know they don't trust a lot of us in this facility with, because you might do some questionable stuff with it, but I felt honored that I was one of the only individuals in this whole facility to be gifted with one. It really brought a tear to my eye.
Huh. Unbelievable.
To have a full-length toothbrush. It's the little things in life,
Yeah, it sounds like it, man. Well, that's a great picture. I just you got some artists there. That would be a great one to somehow depict that. Just everybody standing outside your cell waiting to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably the most unexpected thing I could have imagined walking in here, especially for my first couple weeks at intake, because I was there for 2 weeks. It's a completely different world. It's like going from night to day. It's quite astounding.
And
I couldn't have expected anything more, and I'm more than grateful to have these group of guys that greet me.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Where did you come from? You want to tell a little bit about your background?
Yeah, I grew up in upstate New York, about 30 minutes from the Canadian border. Been there most of my life. But just recently I was living in Florida for about a year and a half. Had to move back though, because didn't want all my stuff to be left down there when unfortunately I had to come here. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, I mean, these guys are great. They definitely make up for how horrible it can be, but it is, listen, nothing makes up for freedom, all right? I'm just saying that right now. Yeah, that's true. But, lived in New York most of my life. I'm surrounded by great family, got really supportive family, extremely supportive friends. Those people are my rock, and I don't know what I would be doing without them. They've gotten me through this mentally, and they've been more than I could have ever asked for. A little bit more about my background. Work-wise, I'm a welder, and I've been doing that for a couple years now, and I'm hoping to get out of this situation as quickly as I can and get back to real life freedom and having a new appreciation for the outside world.
Well,
in 2 minutes, we're going to head over to the anthem spot, just so we can.
All right. Yep.
We got 4 minutes on my clock. Just if you have anything more precise, let me know. But Raphael's a great guy. Like I said, he's
and but he's no different than anyone else that walks in here. Everyone, I guess I'm Hispanic. Just, that's right. We didn't even knock him for being from Venezuela. What's funny about Venezuela is he says actually their jails are a lot better than ours here in America. So that's kind of crazy. But no, I'm joking. Although I wouldn't be surprised. We kind of made this place how it is now. So a lot of people paved the way. So I'm happy that I'm more than grateful that these guys have done. So I've heard stories about what it was like, and I see the difference now, and I couldn't imagine it being the way that they described it. And extremely grateful to be here with these guys. Yeah, sorry. Really quick. The strong, independent black woman who got the nomination or won the presidency or whatever it's called, the special election. I forget her name. Tom, do you know her name? What? The woman who won the election for the DC thing. Oh, Shamika Hayes. Shamika Hayes. Giving Shamika Hayes a heads up and a high five and good luck continuing to transform the DC gulag. So hopefully do great things and and hopefully she is welcome in this pod to come and talk with us anytime she wants. Bring as many girlfriends as you want. As many. But so it's nice that she won this special election. So I guess she kind of like represents the jail for a lot of this stuff. So good luck to her. I wish her the best. And that's what we got. But we got it. We're gonna take a look or walk over, and Dominic is going to hold you guys up for the anthem. So I'm gonna get off here. But thank you so much. God bless. Yeah, thank you guys. And Tom, Heather talked to you, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Anything yet or no?
Yes. Just tonight.
Perfect. Awesome. I hope you read it, and I hope it's. I'll talk to you later about it. All right. Listen. Here's the anthem coming up. Is that right? Hold down here. thank you for getting us out of Northern Neck. God bless you guys. Honestly, this wouldn't be anything, and I keep on saying it, and I mean it. I don't mean it any less. The more I do, I mean it more every time I say it. It wouldn't have been anything without you guys, and I think the next step is, really transforming the jail experience in America. It should never be pretty, but it's got to be a lot better than this. We have to do better as Americans. It's not going to be that hard. It's going to be hard work, but it's going to be well worth it. We have to do better as Americans.
It takes persistence, Chris. Persistence, right?
That's it. Yep. And God bless. We got Ballard and Kroll who got sentenced. They got 50-something months. I'm not gonna quote them. I think 54, 51. So it wasn't, who would have thought that people would have been cheerful about 4.5 years where, Antifa and Black Lives Matter and pro-Palestine and Free Palestine get literal stays for the same crime, and we're getting 4.5 years. And they're not even getting days. I won't even say that. They're getting $10 for every year that we get. They're getting $50 fines. It's absolutely insane. So thank you guys for sticking with us. And because I know after we go to the BOP, we can't do all of this. So if you haven't noticed, people are getting basically getting thrown in the hole for talking on vigils and talking on this, and people talking about people on the other people. So it's like a nationwide network, federal network. It's a joint terrorism task force, and they're taking, this guy asked this person about this person, and over here at this jail, this person asked this person, and then they called each other, and hey, what do you think? You don't think they're talking to each other? Let's find out. Well, hey, it's FISA. And that was just extended. So guess what? They are without warrants. But anyway, Raphael, shoot your. I didn't even remember. Shoot your gifts and go out there. Okay, yeah, gifts and go. Just as my name is, Raphael, Rafael, Rondon. My last name, Rondon. I will repeat that. Rafael, Rondon. Anything would be amazing, no matter how big or small.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Really, I'll just going to help my parents while I'm kind of absent, away from the family right now, and the rest of my family and loved ones. But anything helps, guys. Really, anything.
Hey, thanks.
You guys.
And thanks for putting it out there, Raphael. Thanks for joining our calls. A great group of people.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for hosting us. Y'all have a great night, okay? Thank you, Northern Neck. Right. God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you for using Global Towing.
All right. That ends it just in time. I'm getting cold. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And Rachel, great to get to talk to you and have you hear your husband. Awesome that you were there. So, all right, everybody, tune in out from Northern Neck. See you next week.